What's up, creeps? Happy Halloween weekend, where the spooks and chills bring haunted thrills. How about that? How about it? I can't think of a better way to spend the spooky time than to look at spooky things, and I have some spooky figures. I hope you got your pumpkins out, your jack-o'-lanterns lit, your Halloween decorations up, and if you're not somebody who decorates for Halloween, what's wrong with you? Come on, get spooky with it. I mean, look at me. I made a tiny little graveyard. I didn't have to do that, but I was bored. And it looks cool. I wanted to do that. And if you're looking at the things I made and thinking to yourself, hey, I'd like to try that, well, guess what? I'm gonna do a video and I'll show you how to. It's really easy. It takes like 2 seconds. Or I might just make a bunch of them and sell them. How about that? This week I grabbed something that I've wanted for a while. It was at my local comic shop. I'm really glad they're carrying them. The Universal Monster line. And now that I've finished rambling, why don't we take a look at Neca's Universal Monsters Halloween figures. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Boom. Here we have Leonardo the Hunchback. And I gotta tell ya, excitement and disappointment, they go hand in hand sometimes, right? Because I am excited for him, because I'm excited for all these figures. But the Hunchback, come on. The Hunchback, here's the thing. The Hunchback is definitely like a universal monster favorite, I guess, right? But it's not like an icon. And I feel like they should have done an icon with him. But you know what? Maybe this means they're going to do even more. Let's look at the packaging. On one spine, you just have the name of the figure. And the other spine is the figures of the line. Which you can see here, they have 3 that they've released, and then the 3 mystery. We already know what all the mysteries are. In which case, I kind of feel like they should have just, you know, put them on there. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense for the packaging, but on the back, check this out. This is supposed to be designed like an old school horror poster. And I think it really hits the mark. Look at him. It's got those old school tags. See what's lurking in the shadows. He has a mind for monsters. Witness the horrifying backstory. Shellbent on revenge. Katana-wielding creature feature. That's exactly what they want you to read when you read this, but it's got some cool designs. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this. Boom. Kind of looks nice and ominous in that red lighting, doesn't he? Let's take a close look here. You can only vaguely see him, but you know what? That gives us a better reason to open him up. Let's open him up. Hold on. We have to see a pop. Bottom, bottom, bottom. Can it probably be the bottom? Now see this one the whole way around. Pretty secure. I usually like to find a corner that's already kind of out. And it doesn't seem like we have one on this. Are they gonna pop? Nope. So let's just go through the bottom, shall we? Alright, there's no way around it. This is gonna bend a little bit. But, ooh, I got it to pop. Minimal bending. How about that? Alright, so the first thing in mind was this guy fell out. Look at this. Comes with this nifty little skull. Which I feel like, those are some big teeth. Maybe it's not the teeth, maybe it's just like, I don't know. Comes out a little bit further. But anyway, so there's one accessory. I guess it goes here. So when you take it out of the packaging, you'll have brain canister, katanas. You got your right here, and then these taped in probably. Oh, I like his shell. We'll get to that in a second, I guess. That's why the box is so damn big. Look at him just knocking over everything. I've already knocked over tombstones, pumpkins. So it looks like this is just some hands, fire, a shovel, and another shovel. Yeah, 2 shovels. Let's take this off. You can probably see it better that way. Boom. And this cool little bone that has a little break in it. And if you don't like the red lighting, sorry, it's Halloween. Son of a bitch. Alright, I think I got him back in there right. Doesn't matter either way. Alright, so underneath them you get the hands, you get the fire, you get a bone, you get some shovels. Take a closer look at these in a moment. So he comes with some katanas. There he is, looking dumb as fuck. He looks so stupid. Let's take him out of here, because I bet you money. Hold on, let's see how he's hooked in here. Yeah, you see? You see these little things right here? I hate these. So let's give me just a second. Alright, here he is out of the packaging, and I'm going to start off right now by telling you the biggest issue you're going to have with this guy is the fact that he doesn't want to stand up at all. Probably because he's shell heavy. Look at that shell. Look at that. You see? Do you see what I'm talking about? Look at this. This thing is massive, but when you try to balance him, he just wants to fall backwards. Which is not convenient, but if you get him in the right way, it's a balancing act. You see? And I know my lighting makes this mask look purple. This is not Donatello. This is Leonardo. Donatello is the Invisible Man, and he actually looks pretty cool. That's not what we're here. We're here to talk about this. Alright, well, one of the first things that I really like about this figure is this lock right here. And when I first opened him up, I was like, how do I figure out how to pop that? It just opens. Boom. Look at that. It's got a wooden inside. There's a little spider in there. I don't know if you can see him. He's got a little white face. Inside, it's just shelving. This kind of looks like... Well, that looks like dried glue, but this kind of looks like a stone wash. And then it just kind of looks like wood on the inside. Don't really know why the shell looks like that, or the shelves look like that, but I have a feeling that peg is going to mean something. The shell has some awesome texture on it. I mean, I like these little markings here that look like, I don't know, pebbles. Or like something that's kind of formed, and then he's got all these little like metal pieces with screw heads. And if you look really close, you can see they even put the actual crosshead and everything in there. And this part looks like a hinge, and then technically it operates off of that hinge. Yeah, it does that. Other than the shell, let's look at articulation. So the legs, like most of these figures, are really loose. And I'm sure somebody would tell me that's by design, but it's just, it doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. I like that. The foot has plenty of articulation. The knees, not so much. Ugh. So it's like, you can do like a, but it doesn't bend that much. But I haven't heated it up. We'll do that afterwards. This side, same thing. Pretty good articulation. Knee, not so much. I think it's because of this. Honestly, I think it's because of his knee pad and not the articulation, because the knee's pretty loose, actually. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't want to fuck it up too much. I think it's interesting that he's got the Frankenstein staples even on his pants. So he's wearing blue jeans. And as you can see, this kind of hangs over. Here we got a little bit of a belt. Oh shit, that kind of feels... That's rope. Yeah, that's not plastic. It's actually rope. That's pretty cool. He's got this little bug. Oh, that's 3D. That's not screen printed. That's 3D. Pretty cool. His belt still comes across and goes underneath the shell. On each side. Oh, he's got a little hole. Oh, it goes all the way through. Oh, I bet you that's for his sword. Same thing on the other side. Yep. Yeah. Those are for his swords. That's pretty cool. So anyway, those are the legs. Arms. Pretty loose, actually. Bends pretty easy. Wrists. I think we all know what the wrists are about. And I'm sure after I heat him, it'll spin a little bit better. Looks like he has the same kind of hands as Raphael. So, nothing really new there. Other arm. Same thing. Yeah. Same little it goes up and down. This is actually some of the easiest NECA figures to pose. And I'm okay with it. The face sculpt is stupid. He looks so dumb. Look at him. He looks like you talk like this. Hey y'all, you guys want to look at my shell? That's what he looks like. The head twists all the way around. It looks down. Yeah, so it looks down, but as far as up, that's where he stops. Of course he can't look all the way up. He has a fucking goatee. That's why people with goatees have them, because they can't look up. It gives them shadow under the jaw. Oh, this moves. That's pretty cool. Let's take a close-up look at the face, shall we? He looks like a dead animal. Doesn't he? Ugh. Why is there a line there? His jaw doesn't open. No, it doesn't. Not at all. So anyway, pretty simple, but very loose. Pretty good for articulation. And like I said, the biggest problem you're going to have with him is the balance, so he doesn't fall over. Please don't fall over. Let's look at his accessories. So, the easiest ones are the swords. Now, it's his normal katana, right? This looks more like stone than metal, but that doesn't matter right now. But look at this. It's like a mace at the end, which is cool, and they're both like that, by the way. And then these just look like metal plates. But I can't get over the fact that the blades kind of look like stone. Comes with this flame. Now, they don't look as good as some of the other flames NECA's done, but these apparently go on these swords, so let's see if that's true. No? Other way? Oh shit, there it is. Bam. Sure the other one's the same, but just in case. I'll tell you where to get one of those in a minute. Oh yeah, that works perfectly. Boom. Look at that. Oh, they stay on pretty well. Look at that. Even upside down, they don't fall apart. Now, we've already seen this guy. Oh, look at him. He fell under the table. He's just a skeleton. He's just a regular skull. If you want to compare him to Mezco's skull, here, hold on. Here's the white skull agent head. Significantly smaller. But still, pretty cute. Comes with this bone, which I'm going to be honest, I don't understand that. Does he want to chew on a bone? Because he looks so stupid? Like an animal? It's got a little split in the middle. It does not come apart. I thought it did. It doesn't. So it's just bone. Shovels. And it actually does have a metal sheen to it, which is pretty cool. That's just wrapping. So a little shovel. Get in the grass. It's not that kind of turf. And in case you're not into the sharp edge shovels, how about a square one? You know? You'll do more damage this way. Same thing. Got this cool metal sheen. And then wrapping. And then got these handles. Woo. 2 shovels. Brain in a jar. Well, I can't tell you how much of a fan I am of brain in a jar, but guess what? It opens up. What? I didn't even know that was... What is this, connected? Oh, I knew that came off because he holds it in his hand. Huh. Well, on one hand, it's really cool to have like a brain on their scale, which is pretty cool. But I don't like that hole in the top of it. But it's for that. So you pop that on there, and then you can pop it back in the jar. The jar itself, pretty cool detail. It's probably a paint default, but I'm glad it's there because it makes it look more realistic. That's soft. I need to get in the game of making this stuff look better with paint. So anyway, there you go. Put that underneath the table. Now we're just left with the hands. Pointer fingers. You know, apparently he joined the Pointer Brothers. You. Before the night's over, we're going to point at everybody in this crowd. You. The detail, though, is awesome. Like the staples and everything. I think these are just like Raphael's hands, but maybe not. So pointers. At first, I thought these were thumbs up, but they're not. They're like grabber hands. And look, those are hard. I'm sure after you heat these up, they'll be easier to move. Same ones with this. Yeah, just straightforward. That shit won't budge. And then last but not least, just some closed hands. Some closed hands and some desperate need of some lotion. And the table, you can get yourself one of these bad boys with just a little bit of money by building it yourself. I made this table, and I wanted it to be high enough that it could be like a workbench, but I think it's very fitting. Hey, why don't we compare them to some stuff? This thing just fell 3 feet to the floor, and it still didn't break. How about it? Let's clean this mess up. All right, before we compare him to things, we should probably take a look at a couple other things. First of all, how do things fit in this shell? Let's take a look. Now, this has a little, can you see that? It has a little hole in it, which makes me think, okay, so it definitely goes on there. It just took a little bit of finagling to get there. And then you'll notice there's this little mark there. Well, look at the bottom of this. You see that shape? You see how it matches that? So you're just going to try to get it perpendicular and snap it in there. Hey, just like that. All right. Last thing before comparisons, let's see how well these swords fit in this shell here. All right. So you can see there's holes here. See that? See how there's holes here? Now, I'm going to imagine that the hole probably is similar to the sword. Right, no. Oh, okay. So look, you see how this sword is right here? It's got to go in like this. If you try to put it in this way, it won't work. And look, it already took some paint off. Whatever, I guess, right? All right, let's see if we can line it up. Now that's going to be what's fun. It's supposed to come out there, so let's see. Oh, you know what would probably make this easier? Opening that shit up. Even then, it's kind of hard. All right, one in. Neither one wants to work on this one. One he has. Oh, there we go. Heyo, look at that. So if you had a question about does it close with the stuff in there, yes it does, but not very well. It wants to push back out. Kind of seamless though, the way it comes out. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty fucking dope. Don't fall over, you fucker. Yeah, cool fucking design. All right, let's compare them to things, shall we? Now, considering the fact that they have based these off the movie figures, I think it's only fair that we start with another movie figure. So there he is next to the movie Tmnt Neca turtle from the first movie. I don't have the second movie yet. Both of them extremely realistic. Nobody does it better in this scale than Neca. That's just, I mean, there's no question, right, at this point? Moving on. There he is next to Toon Leo. As intimidating as Toon Leo looks, he's not nearly as intimidating as the Hunchback. The Hunchback's just gruesome, but he also, you know, looks stupid. Now, maybe you didn't get the original Toon Turtle when you got the Turtles in Disguise Leo. Well, they're pretty much the same scale. So, much smaller than his Hunchback counterpart. Now, maybe you have yourself a different kind of collection than Neca. How about Super 7 Leo? Well, they scale pretty well together, in my opinion. And he's leaning forward. Stop that. Bam. Now he's standing straight up. Much taller than the Neca one, actually. Okay, now, I don't have a Dr. Frankenstein, honestly. I don't have any doctors. Well, I have one. There he is next to Doc Nocturnal. And if you're going to go spooky, you have to go Doc Nocturnal. He's the man in that realm. Now, if I had any figure in my collection that I thought could be a Dr. Frankenstein, honestly, it would definitely be my Gotham by Gaslight Joker, which I've been waiting for 2 years for my Batman from this, but that's fine. I feel like he scales well as a doctor. So the Hunchback, I feel like, is supposed to be Igor, right? So Igor is Dr. Frankenstein's right-hand man. So there he is with him. And there he is next to Frankenstein's monster. Look how much better. There he is with Frankenstein's monster. So you put them all together, you know, those two. That's actually what I was trying to do. We're not even going to revisit that, because if we do, I'm going to lose my mind. Here he is with the Mummy. The Mummy's much taller. He's much taller. But they look good together. Here he is with the Wolfman. And the Wolfman, you can see I have him on permanent stands. There's no way this fucker's standing up with this angle. You see that? He needs stands. That's all there is to it. But they look good together. There he is with an actual wolf. How about that? And then my favorite spooky figure to put with anything. There he is with Nosferatu. Now, I have the original. I haven't opened them up yet. I was going to do it for the Halloween season this year, but I didn't get around to it, so maybe next year? I don't know. And then, obviously, keeping it in the line, motherfucker won't stand up either. Frankenstein, Raphaelenstein. My biggest complaint with this line, honestly, is the fact that they don't want to stand up at all. But there he is with Raphael. And here he is with a bucket of fried chicken. As you can see, the fried chicken oh shit. Put this shit in your hand, dude. Alright, we can confirm that the bucket of fried chicken does fit in his hand, and he does, in fact, like it. I asked him. He's a fan. Look, he won't even let me touch it. Nah. All in all, just another great figure. They're really just hitting it out of the park with these Universal Monster ones, which they should. It's about time for them to perfect the art of making toys, isn't it? What, 10,000 hours? They've had about 45. Overall, very happy with this figure. I guess my only complaint would be the fact that I think they could have done Leo better than the Hunchback. But that's just me. If you haven't grabbed him yet, you can get him on Big Bad Toy Store for $37.99. He is still pre-order through there. I grabbed him through my local comic shop because they just had him on the shelves. And I hate Target. I'm not gonna keep going to Target and trying to find something that's not there because Scalper's already got it. Anyway, it's really cool to know that the comic shops have them. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Happy Halloween. I will be giving you a couple more of these before the spooky day arrives. So stay tuned. As always, appreciate you. Keep coming back. And until next time, stay spooky, be easy, have a good one.
In an insane world, it was the sanest choice.
These weird grabbers. What is going on next door? And if you don't like the red lighting, sorry, it's Halloween. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Alright, let's pick all that up. Yeah, it does. It goes on the floor, as you just saw. Yes, there are dogs. Yes, there are dogs barking outside. That's Halloween for you. This is going to be the hardest editing process I've ever had to go through.